Have you ever wondered what really happens to your body when sexual activity slows down or stops after the age of 70? It's not something most people talk about openly. In fact, many seniors shy away from the topic entirely. But the truth is, your body doesn't stop responding just because you're older. Sexual health is deeply connected to how your body functions, how your mind feels, and how emotionally connected you stay in your later years. It's about more than just intimacy, it's about your hormones, your heart, your immune system, your memory, and the emotional bonds that keep life meaningful. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 specific changes that often happen when sexual activity declines after age 70. Each one is backed by science and shaped by real experiences. By understanding these, you can make better decisions for your health, whether that means reconnecting with your partner, talking to your doctor, or simply taking better care of your emotional and physical needs. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Just drop your state or city in the comments below. And if you have any natural health tips of your own, feel free to share those too. Someone else might really benefit from hearing what's worked for you. 1. Hormone levels start dropping faster. One of the first things that can quietly change when sexual activity slows down after 70 is your hormone levels. You might not feel it right away, but over time, it starts to affect how your body and mind feel. Hormones like testosterone and estrogen are responsible for many important things: your energy, your mood, your memory, and even your muscle strength. And when your body stops getting the stimulation that comes from regular sexual activity, those hormone levels can begin to fall more quickly than they would from aging alone. Let's talk about testosterone first. Many people think it's just a male hormone, but women need it too. It helps with focus, drive, energy, and keeping muscles strong. For men, it also supports heart health and memory. When testosterone drops too much, you may feel more tired than usual, a little down emotionally, or just not as sharp mentally. Estrogen, which plays a big role in women's health, also starts to decline more rapidly without intimacy. This can affect bone strength, skin texture, and how well your heart functions. Now, this doesn't mean you need to go back to how things were in your 20s. But even occasional closeness can help keep your hormones more balanced. And when intimacy isn't possible, there are still things you can do: gentle exercise, laughter, touching, and stress management all support your hormone system too. The important thing is to recognize that sex isn't just about desire. It sends a message to your body to keep working in balance. Take the example of Robert, a retired engineer in his 70s. After his wife passed, he lost interest in intimacy. A few months later, he started feeling drained all the time. His doctor checked his hormone levels and found they had dropped more than expected. With support, Robert made some changes: more walking, better food, and eventually, a new connection with someone. Slowly, he began to feel more like himself again. The key message here is simple: hormones matter, even in your 70s and beyond. And intimacy, whether physical or emotional, plays a big part in keeping those hormones at a healthy level. If you've noticed changes in your energy or mood, it's worth thinking about how this might be playing a role. Here is point 2 written in the same simple, respectful tone, tailored for older adults in the USA. 2. Your heart health may quietly decline. You might not think of sex as something that helps your heart, but it truly does. When sexual activity stops after age 70, one of the hidden changes that can take place is a gradual decline in cardiovascular health. That means your heart, blood flow, and overall circulation can start to slow down in ways that aren't always obvious right away. This isn't about romance, it's about how your body stays strong. When you're physically intimate, even just cuddling or light touch, your heart rate rises a little. Blood moves more freely, your breathing becomes deeper, and your blood vessels open up. It's like a gentle form of exercise. This improves circulation, supports healthy blood pressure, and helps keep your blood vessels flexible. It also encourages your body to release chemicals that protect your heart and reduce stress. Now, when sex becomes less frequent or stops altogether, your body loses out on this natural little workout. Over time, this can lead to slower circulation, higher blood pressure, or feelings of fatigue. Some people even start having trouble with wound healing or notice they get cold more easily because their blood isn't moving as well. For men, this might show up as more frequent issues with erectile function. For women, lower blood flow can lead to vaginal dryness, which makes intimacy uncomfortable and less likely to happen again. It becomes a cycle that's hard to break unless it's noticed early. Take Joan, for example, a retired teacher in her late 70s. After her husband passed away, she stopped being sexually active. A year later, she was surprised to be diagnosed with high blood pressure. She didn't smoke, she ate well, and she walked regularly. Her doctor helped her understand that even small changes in intimacy and connection can impact how the heart functions. Joan joined a light exercise group and began opening up more socially. Over time, she felt stronger, and her heart health improved. The bottom line is this: your heart needs movement, connection, and care. Sex isn't the only way to support it, but it is one important piece of the puzzle. If that part of your life has changed, it's okay. But make sure you're finding other ways to support your heart, through light movement, gentle touch, warm companionship, or even a simple laugh with someone close to you. 3. Your immune system may get weaker. Most people don't connect sexual activity with their immune system, but there's a strong link between the two, especially as we age. After 70, when sex becomes less frequent or stops completely, your body may begin to lose some of the natural immune support that intimacy quietly provides. This doesn't happen overnight, but it can build up over time, making you more likely to get sick and slower to recover when you do. Here's why. When you're sexually active, even in small, gentle ways, your body releases a wave of helpful chemicals. These include oxytocin, dopamine, and endorphins, which help reduce stress and support your immune response. More importantly, research has shown that people who maintain intimacy tend to have higher levels of a protective antibody called immunoglobulin A, IgA. This helps your body fight off infections like colds, flu, and other respiratory bugs. Now, when that closeness disappears from your life, your body may not get the same regular boost. You might start noticing that you catch colds more easily, or that a cough sticks around longer than it used to. Cuts or small infections may take a bit more time to heal. And because the immune system naturally weakens with age, missing this extra layer of support can quietly make a difference in how well you stay protected. Let me share the story of Walter, a 79-year-old retired accountant. He had always been pretty healthy, but after he and his wife stopped being intimate due to health concerns, he started getting sick more often, just small things like colds and chest infections. His doctor asked about his lifestyle, and they realized that a drop in physical closeness might be playing a role. Walter made an effort to stay physically connected, not necessarily through sex, but through gentle touch, holding hands, and even spending more time with his grandchildren. He also improved his sleep and diet. Within months, his immune system started to bounce back. The lesson here is simple: your immune health doesn't just depend on vitamins or medications. It's also shaped by connection, comfort, and touch. If sex isn't possible or desired, that's okay. But don't underestimate the power of closeness. Hugs, hand-holding, laughter, shared moments, all these things help your body stay strong and more resistant to illness. 4. Your mood and memory may start to change. After 70, many people begin to notice small shifts in their thinking or how they feel emotionally. When sexual activity slows down or stops, these changes can sometimes become more noticeable. That's because sex doesn't just affect your body, it also affects your brain. And when that part of life fades away, your mood, motivation, and memory can all start to feel a little off balance. You see, during sexual activity, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These are the same chemicals that help regulate your emotions, reduce stress, and make you feel connected and happy. When your body no longer gets those feel-good chemicals as often, it can become easier to feel down, anxious, or even lonely. Over time, this emotional shift can affect your mental clarity too, making it harder to concentrate, remember small things, or stay motivated to do daily tasks. Now, this doesn't mean everyone will feel depressed or foggy if they stop having sex. But the connection between intimacy and brain health is real. The mental stimulation that comes from closeness, touch, affection, even conversation during those quiet moments, can help keep your brain active and engaged. That kind of stimulation supports neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to keep growing and adapting, even in later life. Margaret, a 75-year-old retired nurse, experienced something similar. After dealing with health issues, she lost interest in sex and slowly began withdrawing from social activities. She felt more tired, had trouble remembering things, and noticed her mood getting darker. Her doctor explained that emotional and physical intimacy, even in small forms like hugging or holding hands, can help lift brain function and mood. Margaret began reconnecting with her partner in new, gentle ways and made time for small social outings. Within a few months, she felt brighter and more mentally present. If you or someone you know has been feeling more forgetful, low, or unmotivated, it's worth looking at the full picture. Sex might seem unrelated, but for many older adults, it plays a quiet but important role in keeping the brain sharp and the spirit light. And even if traditional intimacy is no longer part of your life, don't give up on connection. Emotional closeness, kindness, and shared laughter can go a long way toward supporting your mental and emotional health in the years ahead. 5. Emotional closeness and relationship connection may fade. After 70, one of the most tender and sometimes painful changes that can happen when sex stops is a quiet drifting apart between partners. Many couples don't notice it right away. But over time, the emotional closeness that was once shared through touch, intimacy, and physical connection can begin to weaken. And when that bond starts to fade, it often brings feelings of loneliness, confusion, or even sadness, right inside a relationship that still matters deeply. Sex isn't just about the physical act. It's a way of expressing love, comfort, and trust. It releases a hormone called oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, which helps people feel emotionally connected and safe with one another. When that closeness disappears, even couples who live under the same roof can begin to feel like strangers. They may argue more, feel misunderstood, or simply miss the warmth that once came naturally. This kind of emotional distance is not anyone's fault. Health issues, grief, medications, or changes in desire can all play a role. But the key is recognizing when it's happening, and knowing that connection can be rebuilt in new ways. Whether it's through hand-holding, sharing meals, talking about memories, or simply spending quiet time together, intimacy doesn't have to mean sex. It can mean being present, listening, and touching hearts, not just bodies. Let's take Evelyn and George, both in their late 70s. After some medical problems, their physical relationship changed. At first, they tried to ignore it. But gradually, they found themselves talking less and feeling more alone. Evelyn missed the hugs. George felt rejected, though he never said it out loud. Eventually, they had a gentle conversation, and with the help of a counselor, they found small ways to reconnect, holding hands again, giving each other compliments, sharing quiet moments without pressure. Slowly, that warmth returned. Emotional connection is one of the strongest predictors of happiness in later life. When intimacy disappears, it can shake the foundation of a relationship. But it's never too late to find new ways to express care and closeness. Whether you've been married 50 years or are navigating life alone, your need for emotional connection is still there, and still worth honoring. 6. Confidence and self-worth can decline. As sexual activity fades in later years, many older adults begin to experience a quiet shift in how they view themselves. Confidence may take a hit. You might feel less attractive, less desired, or even less useful, in ways that are hard to explain, but very real. This loss of intimacy can affect how you feel about your identity, your body, and even your purpose. Sexual connection, even in gentle or non-traditional ways, often helps reinforce a person's value. It reminds you that you are still alive, still capable of giving and receiving love. When that part of life fades away, some people begin to feel invisible. They may stop taking care of themselves, avoid mirrors, or withdraw from social spaces, especially if they've internalized the idea that intimacy is for the young. But let's be clear, aging does not take away your worth. You still matter. Your body may change, but your capacity for love, closeness, and affection remains fully intact. And your need to feel wanted and seen is just as important now as it ever was. Let's talk about Harold, an 81-year-old who used to take pride in his appearance and enjoyed romantic evenings with his late wife. After her passing, he stopped dating, stopped dressing up, and slowly lost the spark in his step. One day, after talking with a friend, he decided to join a local senior book club. There, he made new connections, and even began to feel comfortable flirting again. His confidence returned, not because of sex itself, but because he felt noticed, valued, and alive again. Your self-esteem isn't defined by your level of sexual activity, but intimacy can play a big role in how you feel about yourself. Even a warm smile, a gentle compliment, or being held can remind you that you're still someone worth cherishing. The key is to not give up on yourself. Take time to do things that make you feel good in your own skin. Reconnect with what makes you feel attractive and alive, whether it's a nice outfit, a meaningful hobby, or simply reaching out to someone who cares. You don't have to get back to who you were. You can become someone even more confident in who you are now. By now, you've seen how much changes when sexual activity slows down or stops after 70. But more importantly, you've also seen how deeply those changes affect your overall health, not just in the body, but in the mind and heart too. From hormone shifts and heart health to your immune system, memory, and emotional connection, every part of you is touched by intimacy in some form. It's not just about sex, it's about how we stay connected, feel alive, and maintain a sense of closeness as we grow older. Thank you for spending your time here. If something in this video made you pause, made you think, or made you feel seen, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share what stood out to you most. Your story could help someone else feel less alone. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another helpful message. You are not too old to feel close. You are not too old to care. And you are definitely not too old to be cared for. Here's to living with connection, with purpose, and with the joy you still fully deserve.